What's good, you guys? The weather is warming up, the seasons are changing, all that good stuff, and more spring assortments are dropping, which is super exciting for me because I know personally I think I've been more excited about fashion right now than I've been in a long time. So I'm really excited to just get some new pieces, add some stuff to my closet, and get out there and shoot. Especially because I'm vaccinated, so I can get out in the city and just set up my tripod and do my thing a little bit more comfortably than usual. So I'm excited to take some pictures in some really cool pieces of clothing, some of which I have to show you right now. So I checked out Zara.com to see what's new on their website, and you know, I will say the offering was a little bit lighter than it usually is. I didn't find as many things as I was really excited about, but I did find a few things that I wanted to share. So I have them here on this rack. We got some sets, we got some tops, some shoes, some bags, all that good stuff. So I can't wait to show you all that. But as usual, remember that I styled out these looks according to my style, according to my size, my frame, my measurements, and all that stuff. So make sure that you just make it your own. If you see a top that maybe you don't like, switch it out with something that you would like in your wardrobe, and maybe the rest of the outfit can work for you. This is about doing things your way, not my way, so yeah, do whatever works for you. If you're curious about my sizes or my measurements or anything, you can check out the end of this video, and I have my size card with my height, my weight, all the sizes that I usually get, so check that out. And finally, before we get started, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and let's do it.
Alright, where to start? Let's kick things off with the pop of fresh pastels. I picked out this rugby shirt from the site, and the colors are super fun and energetic for this time of year. You get a striped combo of some really good pastel tones without feeling like you're wearing a rainbow, and I really love the matching possibilities here. You can play with the mint, the salmon, baby blue, or Easter yellow. They're all complementary tones, and I think the safest approach is really wearing it with fresh spring whites. It really grounds the color and it ties everything together perfectly. I usually hate rugby shirt collars, but this one sits pretty nicely for a change, so I like this one. Next, I found a couple of creamy tone pieces that I loved. So first up is Cardigan. I love wearing whites, I love wearing softer neutrals, so I put them together here for a combination of sorts. So this cardigan is comfortable, it's cool, it's got this really fresh, like varsity preppy feel that I was into. Zara doesn't go too big with its sizing, so I couldn't get this as oversized and slouchy as I normally like my cardigans, but I think the details are pretty cool. I love this W. We'll go ahead and say it stands for winter or something like that. I tried wearing it open and flowy, but I prefer the buttoned up aesthetic. I layered under a short sleeve turtleneck and these Bermuda shorts, which I talked about in my spring summer 21 video. I think it's a really cool piece for the season, and I like how this softer look came together. Now this next piece is pretty much on the same page as the last one. I love a good sleeveless sweater, and this one is simple and perfect for the warmer weather ahead. It makes me think of like a quick trip to somewhere hot and beachy, but here I styled it up a little bit more like a weekend in the city. I stuck with the same color palette of light neutrals and whites, and I threw on some Chelsea boots. The material is a little heavier than say a t-shirt, but I love the perforations along the chest, and the exposed arms will keep things pretty breezy and breathable. Oh, this bad boy makes me feel like I need to plan a trip ASAP. But for now, I'll maybe just go to the Rockaways. Okay, this set I'm loving right now. I love the color palette, the stripes, the fabric, it all works for me. Pajama combos like this are meant for like comfy, relaxed looks, so I wore a tank underneath with some fun accessories up top. I always go back and forth between socks with loafers. You know, some guys can make it work, and cool for them, but I always hesitate, so I styled it up both ways. It feels pretty cool, and it's super lightweight. Plus, you can wear it buttoned up, or you can rock the set as separate, so throw on your jeans with the top, or you can wear a tee with the bottoms. PJ sets are trending this season, and I considered them for my trend report video last month, but I just couldn't find a good option. This one was a bit expensive at about $220 for the full set, but I'll admit I really like it. And speaking of sets, this cardigan shorts combo is another one that really caught my eye. I love the pattern, and the color palette is nice and it's not too distracting. I will say either all the sizes hadn't dropped yet or it sold out really quickly, but I had to order down a size in both pieces, so if the cardigan looks a little tight on me in some of these clips, that's why. Don't judge me. I'm not going to keep it for that reason, but I really loved it and I wanted to show you guys how it looked anyway. So I tried buttoning it up and I noticed that it had these weird double buttons, which kind of threw me for a loop, but we'll come back to that. So it's got some flow. It kind of reminded me of like a Chanel woman's top, to be honest, but it took me a second, but then I realized it's reversible. I was like, oh. Yeah, but that's pretty cool, right? You gotta love a piece that offers double duty. Although I do wish that they'd made it a little bit more complimentary with the shorts. Either way, it's a pretty cool set if you can actually fit it. Alright, so like I said earlier, I copped a few accessories, starting with these backless loafers that you probably noticed in the last two looks. They're nice, they have a clean design, and they feel pretty comfortable. If you've never had backless loafers before, they're easy to wear as long as you're not planning on running. They're a cool alternative to like traditional sandals in the spring, summer, so I like them. But also they work great with suits and dressier styles throughout the year, so they're kind of like those Gucci loafers that people love wearing no matter what the weather is. Next, I got this ridiculously expensive bag that I knew from jump I wasn't going to keep. It looks beautiful on the site, but once you get it, it's the most basic thing for $250 that I've ever seen. So I filled it up to see if it gets better, and it didn't. It got worse, if anything. Because it's just a tote. Like, there's nothing special about it. Plus, this weird strap feature, I hated it. It's got to be about the material because it definitely is not about the design. So, next. Alright, these last few pieces I'm going to breeze through collectively because they're all button down shirts. So, some are winners, some are not, so let's go through them. First, this striped and printed option. I love the navy and burnt orange color palette, the striping is really nice and unusual, and it's got a Revere collar neckline, which is perfect for the spring-summer. I cuffed the sleeves and I clashed the patterns here just to have some fun and play around with the neoprint trend that I talked about in my last video. And I started out a few different ways, so buttoned it up, I tucked it in, wore it with jeans, other shoes, and it's good. It works. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful shirt, and I'd have to say this one's a winner. Alright, this variation on the bowler shirt was beautiful on the site, but I had a few issues once it arrived. So I loved the color and the collar, but it didn't sit very nicely against the undershirt I had below. The sleeves were a little long, and it looked like it was about to pop. And that satinish material, it just looked cheap. I matched the white piping with my jeans and my shoes, and I like the look, but not the actual shirt. So it's gonna be a no for me, dog. I love when I get pieces expecting to not like them, and then they totally surprise me. So this shirt's got an awesome print, it's nice and breezy, it's lightweight, the sleeves are a little bit long, but that actually makes it perfect for cuffing them. I loved wearing the shirt open, but I also really liked it buttoned up and tucked in with these belted shorts that I have. It feels like the perfect resort look. Super easy, nice, and chill. I love leaving 2 or 3 buttons undone, but with this one, the lower the better. Winner. So I love the asymmetrical striping on this shirt, but I had some trouble making it look good in the way that I wanted it to. I buttoned it up, I had it open, played with matching the stripes to my pants, I cuffed the sleeves, brought in the collar. No matter what I did, it just wasn't working. It wasn't a fave of mine. I'll admit, it's a decent shirt, but I'd rather get the refund. So, next. Bright orange is a color that I have a love-hate relationship with. Sometimes it works so perfectly, and other times I feel like a clown. But this combination with that earthy green khaki tone looks really nice, and it feels perfect for the summer ahead. I played around with some of the styling, and I liked all of it. I cuffed the sleeves, I tucked it in. I think it looks great. Down below, I matched it to the orange stripe on these Air Max 97s, but I couldn't raise my leg in these pants, so don't worry about it. Also in this video, I wanted to start spotlighting some of my accessories because 1 or 2 of you asked about seeing more of that. So before we wrap, I'll go through them. You guys probably are familiar with my riot chain from Vitaly. I wear it in like every video, I love it. But I also broke out this choker from Regal Rose and one of my favorite chains from Access. It's okay, it came off. It can do that. So it's got this beautiful David Yurman inspired pendant and I love it. It's one of my favorite necklaces. I love how they look stacked together, but also on their own. And I got a new ring from Vivienne Westwood, which I'm obsessed with. I wore that one with this ring that I got from my very first ex like a million years ago. I think they added the perfect pops to all of these looks, so I love these pieces. This last shirt, definitely a winner.
Alright you guys, those are the pieces that I got from Zara.com this month, along with a few outfits to give you a little bit of styling inspiration for the weeks ahead. Now, if you have any questions about products, definitely check out the description box because I'm going to try to add all of the links in that area. And then if you have any comments, questions, suggestions for future videos, all that good stuff, leave them in the comments below. With that said, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.